When you think of AI, what comes to mind? Probably something a little cold, right? Data, automation, things like that. But what if it could be used for one of the most human things we have, compassionate care? Today, we're going to explore a system that's trying to bring not just efficiency, but real empathy into personal support.
And that brings us to a really fundamental question, doesn't it? We already trust technology with our safety, with monitoring things, but can it genuinely offer compassion? Can a digital system actually help someone feel less lonely or provide real comfort? So let's dive in and find out.
To really get why this kind of innovation is so important, we first need to take a look at the very real, very pressing challenges that exist in care environments today. I mean, think about it for a second. Residents in care can often feel incredibly isolated, even when they're surrounded by other people. And the care staff, they're frequently overworked, just juggling a million different responsibilities. And then you have emergencies, where every single second counts, which makes any kind of delay a critical issue. These are the problems that this new wave of technology is really trying to solve. This specific solution we're digging into today is called LunaNet AI, and it's a system designed to tackle those exact challenges head-on. So, what is it really? At its very core, LunaNet AI is a digital companion, but what really makes it next generation is how it brings together three key things. It's got emotional intelligence, so it can understand and react to human feelings. It has secure identity management to protect privacy, which is crucial. And it offers long-term personalization, so it can actually learn and adapt to a person over time. Okay, that all sounds super impressive, right? But how does it actually work? Let's pop the hood and break down the core modules that make this whole thing possible. Now, the real magic here is how these three pieces work together. You've got the emotion engine, which is kind of like this system's heart, detecting emotion from things like your tone of voice or facial cues. Then, that works with persona lock, which is the guardian of your privacy, managing consent and who gets access to data. And finally, you have lifespan AI, which is basically the system's memory, building this unique profile of a person's habits and needs. Put them all together, and you get a system that's empathetic, secure, and deeply personal. So, we've got the tech, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Day to day. Let's walk through some practical scenarios to really see how it works. So its main job is to be an always-on conversational partner. And that directly fights that feeling of loneliness we were just talking about by offering friendly chats and reminders. But here's the cool part. It's not just for residents. It's also like a digital assistant for the care staff. They can just speak to it to log notes or get shift summaries. Super helpful. So from a resident's point of view, the interaction feels really simple and proactive. The system can actually detect if you're in distress or need something and then offer help directly. It's not just sitting there waiting for a command. It's an engaged companion, offering reassurance and that direct line to human help when you need it. And for the staff, the interaction is just as valuable. This isn't some loud, stressful alarm going off. It's a gentle, useful prompt that helps the carers stay on top of everyone's needs without adding more stress to their day. It's all about providing that crucial information in a really supportive way. Now, beyond the companionship and the reminders, we get to its most critical safety feature. What happens when there is an actual incident, like a fall? This is where the system instantly shifts from being a companion to being a first responder. And this sequence is absolutely key. The moment a fall is detected, LunaNet doesn't just send a silent alert. No, the first thing it does is provide calming, verbal guidance to the resident, which, you can imagine, is incredibly reassuring in a scary moment like that. At the exact same time, it alerts the on-site staff. And, if needed, it can automatically escalate and contact emergency services with all the vital info, identity, location, and condition. So now that we've seen how it all works, what's the actual impact? Well, the benefits really extend beyond just the resident, to the staff, and even to the families. This is where you can really see that direct line from the problem to the solution. That huge problem of isolation, it's met with 24/7 companionship. The danger of response delays, solved by real-time alerts. And the massive issue of staff overload, that's eased by improving efficiency and giving them proactive support. It fits. And those positive effects just ripple outwards. Families get peace of mind from secure updates, which is huge. The overall well-being of residents is enhanced. For the facility itself, there are real, tangible cost savings from preventing unnecessary hospital visits. And the whole thing integrates securely with existing systems, making all that data useful and actionable.
And this is so important to remember. The point of this technology isn't to replace human caregivers, not at all. It's about creating a powerful partnership, a tool that can handle the routine monitoring and companionship so that carers can focus on the tasks that require that uniquely human touch. So, all of this leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. As these AI systems get better and better at understanding and even mimicking human emotion and connection, what does that mean for us, for our own definition of what humanity and care really are? It's a question we're all going to be exploring as this technology keeps evolving. Thanks for joining